Sometimes you gotta wait for a train on the way to the farm. There's pretty busy tracks here actually. They're always going across, but this one's moving pretty quick. Today's gonna be the third day that I've hauled solid manure out of our corrals, but this morning we're gonna start by drying some cows off. We might kick the corral out first, go back to the barn, dry those cows off, and go back to hauling. We'll see what order things happen in, but what's kind of the plan for today? Yesterday we also got a bit of rain. Overnight we got a little bit more, so it's always exciting pulling up to the yard to see actually how many puddles are there. The more rain, the better at this point. Even though we're hauling, we want to get the moisture in the ground. But it looks like 0 puddles, of course. Oh, there's one right there. Well, pretty much nothing, I guess. We hopped in the farm truck. I'm just checking the fields that we've been hauling solid manure to see if they're dry enough to get out there this morning. And I'm kind of undecided still. You can see, look at these tires, how slimy they are. That's going to be a humongous mess with the tractor, that's for sure. So I think we at least have to wait to the top dries, which should only take a couple hours. So I think we'll wait 2 hours maybe and then come out here with the tractor. Since it's too wet out in the fields this morning to haul, I gotta find something else to do. I don't know if you guys can hear that squeaking, but one of our exhaust fans in the main freestall barn here is squeaking like crazy. So we got some spare replacement belts that we're gonna throw on there, see if that fixes the squealing. So these belts are incredibly worn. They are just the belts that go from the electric motor and drive the main fan blades. So these are, you know, they're just skinny and worn out, and you can actually hear it squeaking. I don't know exactly how to get the new belt on this, but I think it's going to be the exact same way that we got that new belt on the tractor yesterday. Got to kind of feed it through the blade. So I'm going to compare these two belts right side by side in a picture. The one on the right is the one that's been on here. Obviously the new one's on the left. And that's just time, and everything wears over time. So this thing's spooled up to full speed now and there's no squeals, so that fixed that problem. So me and Feder here, we were going to chase out a corral, and I said, man, it's so tough sometimes. And he says, in a farm in Denmark, you were doing something?
It's an organic farm in Denmark. We have the cows, they're grazing in the field, the dry cows when they give birth, and we need to chase them to the milking parlor. So we use the rope, like a 2-person, or 1 person taking out one end and another take another end and go around and take the cow closer and closer and closer. So you don't need to run forward and backward to take the cow.
We just grabbed a long yellow rope, and I'm gonna hold one end, he's gonna hold the other, and we're gonna try and kind of slowly walk the cows all the way to the pen over here. Okay, well, we ended up needing to run and chase them all out, but he figured out why it didn't work in the corral here. That's because in Denmark with the organic farm, they would have had an electric fence around the pasture, so all the cows there were kind of scared to touch the wire, whereas here they know nothing about an electric fence, so they're not as scared of this this rope at all.
Yeah, they're more happy.
Yeah. Okay, I think the fields have dried off enough to let us get out there. We're gonna start hauling again. Got the tractor already backed into the corral. Cows we chased out this morning, should be good to go. I'm gonna be bringing a couple loads to that field that we bought last year, and we were cleaning those tree rows up. Dad picked some lumber off of it yet, and now it's pretty much all flat. Now we're gonna put some manure on it to prevent it from blowing. It's just a bunch of exposed sand, so you gotta do something to protect it, otherwise it'll just become a bunch of big holes because the sand is all going to blow away in the wind. So that's where we're first going to be hauling to. It's going to give our other fields even more time to dry. That different soil type that usually is a little more slick when it gets wet. So we're out in that field where we were picking the sticks. Dad came along and disked it all, made it a lot softer. A little bit of moisture here, not a lot though. We finished hauling to that far field where the tree rows used to be, got that all coated nicely. I ended up bringing a lot more manure there than I thought I was going to. Just want to do a good job covering that exposed sand, because blowing sand in the fields is so terrible. You lose so much value of your land so quickly. So that's good though. We're gonna go back to the field that we were hauling to. Getting a pretty good dent in this corral now. We started it yesterday, later afternoon, and today again started in the afternoon just because of the weather. So it's a little bit discouraging for sure, just because it's such a big corral. This is the single biggest corral we got with the most amount of manure in there. It's taking so long to finish. It's gonna take 3 days, but once we're done this one, it should start moving along through corrals a lot quicker. Well, we got our last load for the evening in the wagon, stopping a little early tonight. It's just after 8, and that's because we got some family from Holland that just came, and I should probably go say hi to them. So we will definitely finish this off tomorrow. I don't know, there's probably 15 loads left in total, and move on to the next corral. We got the dreaded text this morning. Grain leg's plugged, gotta go up, unplug it. At least it's the small one. Well, have fun.
Yeah, you go on up there. You're the younger one.
You want me to go up there?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, well, we made it up here, and Dad thinks there's a bunch of fine grain at the top of the grain leg here. So there's a mallet tied to this rope all the way down there, and I'm gonna try to hit it. I guess that might free it up, hopefully. But we might have to open this sucker up. Smart, they got a rope up here, so he can just tie a tool down if I need something else, and I can just pull it up instead of going up and down. Oh yeah! Key plug! Should I just like throw it? So I got the cover off finally, and this is where the problem is, right here. For some reason it's packed in there. Unplugged it all the way down. It was still plugged in that distributor, it looks like, so Dad moved it. I don't know if that's a good idea. Probably some grain got in there. But now we got a switch here. I turned that switch off, the power switch, and I could turn it on, and that's gonna turn the grain leg on now. So yeah, we're gonna try and run some grain through it. I don't know how this is actually gonna work. I was turning it on and off, and I was kind of building a bit of momentum with it, I guess. And it was starting to move, and then I think the breaker tripped on the electric motor. So Dad's just switching that back, and then we're gonna try again. Round 2. Okay, we think we got it completely figured out now. I'm gonna put the lid back on, and then we'll turn it on. Dad's gonna go down at the bin, make sure it's flowing down there, and we should be good, hopefully. Okay, we're all done with the grain leg for this morning. Just had some coffee, watched the Formula 1 sprint race there. Some highlights. Now we're gonna get back to hauling.